June 1st and 2nd, Thursday and Friday. The sun is in Gemini and the moon is in Scorpio. What a juicy combo. And it's Marilyn Monroe's birthday on, don't tell me, on the 1st. Not to mention, I have two of my very favorite people in the world born on June 1st and June 2nd who are sexy. Geminis are sexy by nature. It's the quality of charisma. Think about Marilyn Monroe. You just look at her pictures, you're like, how can someone look like that? And then you find out that she's intellectual. That's sexy. And then you find out that she had secrets. That's Scorpio. And then you find out that she got into trouble. Let's not talk about that part. But that is Gemini. They're prone to that. And the moon's in Scorpio. So you might wake up today going, I have that mood thing. I really have noticed as I've watched my videos over the years that when the moon goes in Scorpio, it's real. The emotional body takes a little bit of a dive. Not for everyone. Someone goes, finally. But the combination of Gemini, the communicator, with Scorpio, the secret keeper, it's a bit of a contrast. However, I'm convinced this combination is a sign. My next life, I'm going to do Gemini Scorpio. There's a fixed grand cross in the sky. We have Mars in Leo opposite Pluto in Aquarius. We have Jupiter in Taurus, and that moon is in Scorpio. So think of four planets all 90 degrees apart. What you have to think is there's tension when there's four planets all contrasting energy that are called fixed. What does that mean? The moon in Scorpio is nonverbal and controlling. Opposite is Taurus saying, can't you just be gentle? Up there is Mars and Leo going, forget about that. Let's just stand up and stand out. And opposite is Aquarius going, wow, it's a lot of noise. So if that lived in someone, those four fixed influences, and they had moon in Scorpio, they'd be a bit controlling because they don't like when people move out of the way they expected them to move. So it's a high level right now for anyone of Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius feeling a little bit of a need for control. And the energy is building towards the full moon, which is happening on the 3rd. So just saying, the moon's in Scorpio, the energy's building, there's a grand cross in the sky, and I just have to do a shout out to my two best friends that are literally two crazy Geminis. One is very, very stable. She owns a lumberyard. She does not like when I use her name. I'm going to leave it out. But she's grounded when you think lumberyard and having this job where she runs the whole place and has all these men she works for. But she has this Gemini ability to be the unbelievable seer, communicator, networker. She asks all the hard questions and she keeps her business running with all that male energy with a great heart because she can track both the male and the female. Every Gemini can. Think of Marilyn Monroe. Love that female beauty, but look at the men she hung out with. And the other is my good friend Ashley, who differently, she has 3 children. She lives on a piece of property where the whole community comes and sings at her house every Saturday. She is the quintessential Gemini networker. And like the other friend, her gift is asking questions, reading, being curious. This is the Gemini season. The last thing I'm going to say is if you're born May 23rd all the way to June 5th, this moment in time, you might be feeling some tension because Gemini is being squared by Pisces. What does that mean? It just means, because I'm feeling it strongly, it just means that there are certain cycles where things go, oh, a little off, and you can't figure it out until you get an astrology reading. DeborahSilvermanAstrology.com. Please feel free to come and join us. And happy birthday to my two friends that make this life worth living. That's what Geminis really know, that there is nothing more holy than friendship. And that if your lover and your child and your best friend is not that loyal person that you're in love with, you might want to rethink that, said the Gemini. I know friendship, and for that, I'm so blessed. And some of you here watching this are my friends. Astrology Answers wanted me to tell you, happy birthday, you little Geminis. While the moon's in Scorpio, if you're feeling moody, just think about your best friend.